At Midtown High, Peter Parker is a running joke. To most people, he's just a bookworm and a lame wallflower, the kind of guy no one invites to the dance. But at home, it's a different story. Aunt May and Uncle Ben treat Peter like the pride of the family. They make him breakfast, encourage him, and send him off to school with real warmth. In the classroom, teachers praise his dedication. Meanwhile, the girls walk right past him like he doesn't exist. Peter convinces himself romance doesn't fit into his life. He only has time to study and keep moving forward. One day, Peter goes alone to a science exhibition about radioactivity. He watches a demonstration, half distracted, until he notices a spider lowering itself on a web nearby. In the middle of the experiment, the spider is hit by radiation, and right after that, it bites Peter. Instantly, a sharp pain shoots through him. His body seems to flare up, glowing with a greenish tint. Something strange takes over, like an impossible energy starting to race through his veins. The sensation is so intense it feels like his head is about to burst. Peter stumbles out into the street, still trying to process what just happened. Suddenly, a car comes straight at him, and on pure instinct, he dodges with an absurd leap, landing on the side of a building. Without understanding how, he starts climbing the wall with effortless ease, like it's the most normal thing in the world. Down below, a kid yells to his mom that there's a man scaling the building. On the rooftop, Peter bends a steel pipe without even trying. That's when it hits him. That spider bite gave him powers. And now, with that realization sinking in, he knows he has to decide what to do with this new ability. A few minutes later, the perfect chance to test it appears. Peter finds a wrestling challenge with a simple offer. Last 3 minutes in the ring with Crusher Hogan, and win $100. He rushes home, grabs some old clothes, and throws together a makeshift mask so no one will recognize him. In the ring, masked, he shocks everyone. Peter moves too fast, dodges with ease, and when he finally strikes, he lifts Crusher Hogan like the man weighs nothing. The crowd freezes, and a TV producer watching it all can already see a hit show written all over him. The producer offers a fortune, and Peter accepts without hesitation. Back at home, he gets the usual affection from Aunt May and Uncle Ben, as if nothing has changed. But in his room, Peter starts taking the idea seriously. He builds a pair of web shooters for his wrists, using a special fluid he creates himself. Then he completes the look with a red and blue suit and a spider symbol on his chest. Peter chooses a name that's simple and unforgettable: Spider-Man. It doesn't take long for him to become a TV sensation. The audience is mesmerized by the webs and the acrobatics, and Spider-Man becomes the main attraction. Peter enjoys the fame. Reporters and photographers swarm him. Everyone wants a picture, an interview, anything. In one of those moments, a security guard tries to stop a thief who runs toward Spider-Man. But Peter does nothing. He lets the criminal get away and even shrugs it off, pushing the responsibility onto the guard like it's not his problem. Later, Peter comes home to find Aunt May and Uncle Ben excited, gifting him a microscope. Peter is genuinely happy, never imagining what's coming next. Over the following days, Spider-Man becomes the sensation of the nation. News spreads about the TV series, awards start popping up, and his name explodes everywhere. Until one night, Peter gets home and sees a police car parked right in front of his house. Then comes the news that destroys everything. Uncle Ben was killed by a burglar. They also say the criminal has been cornered at an old warehouse. Peter is stunned, but the shock turns into rage immediately. He runs to his room, puts on the suit, and decides he's going to catch his uncle's murderer, no matter what it takes. As Spider-Man, he swings across the city under the moonlight and reaches the warehouse fast. Inside, the thief is armed and hiding, waiting for the right moment, counting on the night and the clouded moon to disappear. But he doesn't get the chance. Spider-Man appears out of nowhere, catches him off guard, and taunts him, asking if he's shocked to see him. The thief tries to run, but Spider-Man cuts him off and makes it clear there's nowhere to hide. With a blast of webbing, he pins the man's gun and charges in with his fists. When Peter finally sees the thief's face, he freezes. He recognizes him immediately. It's the same fugitive he let escape earlier, back when he decided it wasn't his problem. Even so, he turns the criminal over to the police. After that, guilt hits like an unbearable weight. Peter realizes that if he'd stopped that man when he had the chance, Uncle Ben would still be alive. And that's when he learns, through the cruelest possible lesson, the truth that will guide his life from then on. With great power comes great responsibility. That's the moment the legend of Spider-Man is born.